All right, good evening and welcome to this slow stretch class. I'm grateful to be sitting. My name is Brian. I'm honored to be here, delighted to be sitting in for Molly this evening. And we're going to do just that. Do a little bit of gentle awakening, a little bit of breath work, and a little bit of stretching to open our bodies, get the fascia released, let the energy flow. As always, remember that it is your practice. So while I will be offering and suggesting and inviting some things from here, ultimately you are in the privacy of your own space by design, and you're to do your own practice, support preceding action. So ensure that you have all of your supports necessary for your practice: blocks, straps, bolsters, blankets, eye shades, tissues, clear your passageways, and utilize those things to support yourself. Remember that ultimately the decision on how your practice looks is yours. The only requirement for you is to be present and to breathe. So we will explore a little bit of spinal movement to begin. We'll ground, we'll land, we'll raise gratitude and set our intention. And then we'll begin to breathe. And then we'll do a little bit of spinal work to get the cerebrospinal fluid flowing in the spine. And then we'll breathe some more. And then we'll come to the mat and we'll just work through a series of stretches to open the body. 45-minute class. So let us begin. Find yourself in a supported posture, whatever that looks like for you. Root down into whatever part of your body is in contact with something: the floor, the chair, the seat, the cushion, the mat. Feel the connection, the physical sensation of connection to that place where you are in contact. And then imagine you could root into those places. And then from that rooting down, I invite you to lengthen through the side body, lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the crown. Experiment with nodding and tucking your chin in order to feel the release at the back of the neck. Feel the full length of the spine from the base to the crown. And then come into the present moment by coming into the breath. Turn your awareness to your breathing. Find your inhale as it appears underneath your nasal passages. Begin to breathe in and out through your nostrils, following your inhale into your body wherever it may go without stress, strain, or exertion. Following your exhale out of your body, releasing completely, letting go of everything that is no longer needed. Hold your awareness right there for the next inhale. Follow that inhale in and that exhale out. And as you begin to hold your awareness on your breath, you may notice that everything else begins to slip away. Allow that to occur. Allow yourself to be focused just on the breath. And on your next inhale, I invite you to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space, and to allow to arise in your heart space gratitude, a sense of gratitude, any one thing for which you are grateful. Perhaps for you tonight, just the possibility of gratitude. And whatever it is that arises when gratitude is called forth, take a moment now to see that clearly in your mind's eye, and to anchor your gratitude there in your heart space, and to hold it there for the duration of your practice. And then finally, if you choose this evening to set an intention for your practice, perhaps a simple intention to just be right there with each inhale, or to just keep your gratitude anchored in your heart space. And whatever your intention is, I invite you now to state it to yourself. Hear yourself in your mind's ear as you state your intention in a clear and declarative voice, as if it is already done. And listening for the echoes of your intention, I invite you to take a full inhale. And as you exhale, if you choose to, allow your chin to drop towards your grateful and intentional heart. And if you'd like to offer a benediction to seal your intention, I invite you to do so as I say Namo, Namaste. And then release the hands, lift the chin. Organize yourself in your supported seat. We're going to begin with a little bit of breath work just to kind of get ourselves engaged here. If you're like me, you're in a high pollen area, these breath exercises are vital in order to clear the passageways. We're going to do an alternate nostril breath. We breathe in through the left nostril and out through the right nostril. And then we'll switch. We'll do that for a bit, and then we'll switch and we'll breathe in through the right nostril and out through the left. And then we'll begin. So your mental awareness to your left nostril. If you'd like to use a hand mudra, you can take your thumb and block your right nostril to support this. Otherwise, just bring your mental awareness to your left nostril and inhale through the left nostril. Long, deep, full yogic breath. Full inhalation through the left nostril. At the top, switch your awareness to your right nostril. Exhale out the right nostril. Empty and completely full extended exhale out the right. You like to bring that thumb and ring finger into play as you continue this breathing, then you can do so. Breathing in through the left and out through the right. Equal length, maybe a little extended exhale, just being fully present with your breath, continuing this movement. In left, out right. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Take a full inhale. A complete exhale. And then switch your focus, switch your awareness. We're going to switch the pattern. We're going to inhale through the right nostril. Pausing at the top, switching your awareness, exhaling out the left nostril. You notice perhaps it's a little different one side to the other. That's absolutely okay. That is how it should be. We are not fully symmetrical. Inhaling right. Exhaling left. Again, find your rhythm, your pace, your breath, and your practice. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Bring your hands to your knees. Bring your thumb and forefinger together, lightly touching. Be very still. Settle in to your own experience. Focus on your shift. What has happened for you? What has shifted for you? Notice your experience here. Let the breath stabilize. Take a cleansing breath, full inhale. And a complete exhale. Make any adjustments to your seat to be supported as you need. We're going to begin with a very simple movement. We're going to be doing some movements in the spine to just wake up the spine, get a little movement and fluidity in the spine, get the cerebrospinal fluid flowing. So as you inhale, come forward with the torso. As you exhale, go back with the torso, just circling the torso. So we're circling the spine against the fixed hip girdle in our seat here. Either direction, doesn't matter which way you went because we're going to go the other way here shortly. So inhaling forward and be very gentle, very slow. See if you can maybe get a little bit of a what am I trying to say here? See how your movement is without any exertion or extra effort. So you want to do the practice this evening without an ounce of extra effort. Just being fully present at ease. What would it be like to just do this easy? A lot of us, we have a tendency to want to challenge ourselves all the time. We always want to go to the edge and then beyond, push the limits a little bit. See if tonight you can work from the steady, sure center. Remember, our goal here, Veterans Yoga Project, is to be calm, steady, focused on the breath, and moving within your own body. On this next rotation, come back to center and then reverse your direction. And then notice it may be a little different one side to the other. The alignment and arrangement of the organs in the body is not fully symmetrical. And so there's really no reason we should expect everything to be the same on either side, or front or back, or top or bottom. Everything just is different. And just feel into this movement with breath. This very simple little movement. Most of the movements we're going to do tonight are very simple. And the idea is to see how closely we can align the movement to the breath. The breath starts the movement. When the breath stops, the movement stops. Oh, it is the breath that leads us into our lives, and the breath that will leave us out of our lives. I'll get philosophical here in a minute. On this next one, come back to center. A full inhale. A complete exhale. Make any adjustments you need to be supported. We're going to imagine you're sitting cross-legged and your hands will come to your shins. If you're sitting in a chair, your hands will just come to the top of your knees. And we're simply going to begin this little tiny movement at the base of the spine. We're going to tilt the pelvic bowl and bring the lower spine forward. The heart will come forward and up. The crown will come forward and up. It might just be a little movement. It might just be a couple inches, arching the lower spine. And on the exhale, we'll round the spine and let the chin come toward the chest and the hips curl under. So seated cats, inhaling, arching and lifting, exhaling, rounding and releasing. Full yogic breath, long, deep inhale. Full, complete exhale. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Gentle movements of the spine here. Arching and rounding. Find your rhythm and your pace, your breath, and your practice. No. Might just be a very subtle movement here. We begin to feel into the subtle. Yoga is the art of the subtle. On your next inhale, inhale back to neutral. Exhale completely. Take a cleansing breath here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Now we're going to move laterally. So take your hands to your shoulders, opposite shoulders. So crossing the arms in front of the chest. Inhale, get long to the crown. Exhale, lean to your left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lean to your right. The lateral movement of the spine, hands are keeping your torso sort of supported. You're just kind of bringing awareness to keeping the torso supported. And the head is neutral, so we're not, there's no additional movement in the head. The head is just moving with the spine because at the occipital, it is connected to the spine. So, and then just find your rhythm and your pace. Full inhales, complete exhales, long, deep yogic breath. Inhaling to center, exhaling either side. Stay in your practice, find your rhythm. Last one here. Inhale back to center, release the hands. Take a full inhale. And a complete exhale. Cleansing breath here. Sigh it out. Now your options here with your hands. I like to take my arms out, fold the elbows, and then bring the thumbs behind the shoulder and let these four fingers just drape in front. This kind of locks my torso in. However, this is not required, nor if it's not accessible or comfortable for you, just simply leave your arms and let your arms just float across the top of your thighs. We're just moving side to side. Wherever your arms are, we're just going to inhale to your left and exhale to your right. And again, long, deep, slow breath in and out, finding your rhythm. Inhaling left, exhaling right. The head again is neutral, just rotates with the spine. So now we're doing a rotation. So if you'll notice, we've moved the spine now in four different directions. We've done rotationals, and then we've done laterals. Now we're doing twists. So the spine is straight and long and elongated. And then we did arching and rounding, or flexion and inflection. Find your rhythm. Gentle movement with the breath. Full inhales. Complete exhales. And again, no need to provide any exertion here, any extra effort. All this is just at the pace that we're in. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, gently release the arms, release the breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Okay. Our next movement in the hands will come to the top of the knees or the thighs, depending on where they fall. The movement is on the inhale, we lift the shoulders toward the ears. Now, the tendency here is to scrunch in the back of the neck, just at that A1, A2, but we don't want to do that. We want to gently lift the shoulders toward the ears and exhale, release them. Moving again, slowly with the breath, inhaling up, exhaling down, no extra effort, body very still. We're teasing the idea that the spine is moving vertically now. Of course, the spine doesn't move up and down, but we're moving the shoulder blades up and down the spine to tease the idea that, so the energy is moving up and down the spine, which is what we want. We want the energy to flow freely through the two primary channels, the Ida and the Pingala, the left and the right, the sun and the moon and the sun channels. And as we balance that movement in the Ida and Pingala, or the sun and moon, as we balance the sun and the moon, we open that central channel, the Sushumna, and perhaps we get that full energy up the spine, and maybe it's all good, right? We're just being calm and steady. focused on the breath, moving within our own body. Inhale up. And then exhale, as you release the shoulders, release the chin toward the chest. Now, if you have any neck tension or stiffness at all, just simply turn your head from left to right, saying no stress, no strain. Otherwise, you're going to rotate the neck gently, so bring the ear to the shoulder, chin to the sky on the inhale. On the exhale, you'll drop the opposite ear to the opposite shoulder and chin to the chest. Slow, gentle neck rolls in one direction. Doesn't matter which way you started. We're going to go the other way next. So just a couple of these. And switch your direction. And one more. And then lift the chin. Take a full inhale. A complete exhale. Cleansing breath here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. All right, we're going to do a little activating breath here. Again, no stress, no strain, no exertion. It's a three-part inhale. So on the inhale, the arms will go high with the palms, with the fingers extended, palms facing. And we're going to inhale in three parts through the nose. And as we inhale, we'll drop those arms, elbows toward the ribs. And then on the exhale through the mouth, we'll just exhale and extend the arms forward with the palms facing away. So this is a breathing to the heart and through the heart exercise. So imagine that you're getting rid of anything that's sort of a weight or a burden on your heart. So let's take the arms up. Inhale, 3 sniffs. Exhale, press the hands away, blow out through the mouth. And continue your rhythm. Your pace, your breath, your practice. Breathing into the heart and then out from the heart, clearing the space of the heart. So at the end of this particular exercise, there's nothing left but the gratitude that you've anchored in your heart space at the beginning of your practice. Because your gratitude's anchored there and it can't be blown away. But all of your burdens, all of your challenges, all of your despair can be blown away. One more iteration here. Release the hands to the knees, thumb and forefinger together. Take a full inhale. And a complete exhale. Cleansing breath here, full inhalation. Sigh it out. Then gently make your way around to your mat on your back. We're going to begin to open the body a little bit. Little bit of gentle stretching here. So just come down on your back initially. Oh, yeah. And extend the heels long. Let the crown go long. Feel the full back side of your body supported on the mat. All right. And take the arms overhead. Interlock the thumbs either direction, doesn't matter. Get long through the fingertips as you press through the heels. Dorsiflex the toes back towards the nose. Inhale here, extend, feel that stretch. Big, good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good stretch here. Exhale, release the toes to neutral, switch the interlock of your thumbs. Inhale, get long through the fingertips and the crown of the head, and then press the toes away from the face. And feel that differential and feel that length in this stretch across the top of the body. Full inhale. And complete exhale. Release the toes to neutral. Release the hands down by the knees. All right. Cross your right ankle atop your left. Press through the heels. Take your arms up over your head. Press the palms together. Maybe interlace the fingers. Maybe just interlock the thumbs if that's easier. If your arms don't reach, that's fine. Just find length here. All right. And then you're going to take your heels toward the lower right corner of your mat, maybe even outside the right corner of your mat. You're going to take your arms to the upper right corner of your mat, maybe even outside the long side of your mat, and you're going to stay long through both arms and legs as you feel that opening in your left side body. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Inhale, come back to neutral. Release the cross of the ankles, release the hands. And then cross the left ankle tightly atop the right. Press through the heels. Interlock your thumbs the opposite way. Interlace your fingers the awkward way, or just press your palms here. Get long. Take the take the heels to the lower left corner of your mat. Take the arms to the upper left corner of your mat. Feel that big opening in the right side body as you inhale here. And exhale here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Release the cross of the ankles. Bring the hands back down by the knees. Let the toes fall open. Let the palms fall up. Lengthen the crown. Feel the lower spine on the mat. Just take a cleansing breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Just notice what shifted for you. Notice your experience. Feel into your own body. And notice what your body is receiving and asking for, and then honor that wisdom of your body by giving your body what it's asking for. All right, bring your toes together, bring the knees in toward the chest, reach up just below the knees and squeeze a little bit. Maybe rock a little side to side, release any tension in the lower back or the SI joint at the top of the buttocks. Maybe rotate the hips once or twice in one direction, and then once or twice in the other direction. All right, simple movement here. Hands come down by the hips, palms down. If you need a little more support, bring your thumbs underneath your sits bones. If you need even more support, bring the back of your palms underneath your SI joint. That's the top of your buttocks. Find your supported posture here. This is Apanasana, simple movement here. As you inhale, you're going to press the knees away from the face, bring the toes toward the mat, the soles of the feet toward the mat, maybe just above the mat, hovering. And then the exhale will just bring the knees back into the chest. Find your rhythm. Long, deep breath. Full inhales. And complete exhales. Remembering to align the movement with the breath, right? The breath starts, the movement starts. Breath stops, the movement stops. Your practice, moving with your breath. Be in your body. Notice what your body's asking for. Honor that. And again, remember, modify as you need to, stop when you need to. It's your practice. Your only requirement is to be present and to breathe. Everything else is just an option. On your next inhale, bring the knees into the chest, reach up and squeeze. Maybe rock a little side to side. Find that release at the lower spine. All right. Extend both legs long. All right. Inhale, bring the right knee in toward the shoulder or chest. Reach up and squeeze just below the knee. You can bring both hands there, maybe interlace the fingers. You're going to bring that knee towards the arm. I like to say towards the armpit, towards the shoulder. Maybe you're thinking towards the chest, whatever works for you. Feeling that. And then you're going to work this with your breath. So as you inhale, press through the heel, flex the left toes back toward the face. So you're pressing through that extended leg. The left leg is long but supported on the mat. Pressing through the heel. And then as you exhale, just switch that left leg and press through the toes. So feel that difference top to bottom of the leg. Inhale through the press through the heel. Exhale, press through the toes of the left foot. The right knee is just moving in towards the armpit, towards the chest each time. Maybe it's not moving at all. Maybe you're just feeling a little bit of space created. Maybe not. Just notice big hip opener here. It's beautiful posture. One more here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. And then release the right leg long to join the left, and then bring both knees into the chest. Squeeze. Maybe rock if you need to. Maybe side to side if you need to. Just feeling into that. Then reach up, bring that left knee in towards the left chest, the left armpit, the left shoulder, whatever works for you. Your hands are on the knee or the shin, maybe even below the foot. It depends on you. And then the right leg is long and supported on the mat. As we inhale, we're going to press through the right heel. Dorsiflex the toes back toward the face. As we exhale on that right foot, we'll press the toes away. And then continue to move with your breath. Breathing in here. Breathing out here. Full inhalation. Exhale here. Breathe in. Complete exhale. Take the left leg long. Notice what you're feeling here. Let the toes fall open, turn the palms up. Take a cleansing breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Now, let the knees fall out toward the wide side of your mat. Bring the soles of the feet together. Bring the heels toward the buttocks. Now, adjust your position of your heels with respect to your hips or buttocks to the point where your knees feel most supported. And maybe you want to take your block here, hint, hint, place it underneath your knees. But you want the knees to feel open, the hips to feel open, the knees to feel relaxed. The body's just opening here. Bring your hands lightly to your abdomen and feel how your abdomen is soft here. The abdomen is released. The abdomen is released here, right? This is a rest posture, right? Supta Baddha Konasana, bound angle posture. The body is just relaxed here. The hips are working, they're teasing open. The knees are supported because you're at that space where they feel like they have their support. The ankles are resting lightly, toes are resting lightly. We're breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling here. Exhaling here. A full inhale. A complete exhale. Take the hands to the outside of the thighs. Bring the knees gently together. Then bring the knees into the chest and squeeze. Lengthen through the crown. Feel the lower spine particularly supported here, middle spine. And then let your knees fall wide. Take your arms perhaps to the inside of your knees and grab your insteps. Or maybe if you have that flexibility, you take your hands to the outside of the thighs and grab your outsteps. But either way, and then you're bringing your knees toward your shoulders or toward the mat at your shoulder level. This is what we call happy baby. And you're going to experiment with this posture. Move around, move, pedal your feet a little bit, move your legs a little bit, maybe a little rock side to side. Maybe you bring your feet over your head a little bit. Ooh, yeah, reaching up into that lower spine, that middle spine, maybe even into the upper spine. If your feet go over your head enough, you're relaxing here, breathing with this full inhale. Complete exhale. I just like to say, feel free to gurgle here. If it's in your practice, it's all good. This is a wonderful release. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Bring the knees back in front of the chest and squeeze. All right. Now bring the feet back to the mat. And we're going to add a little twist here before we move into our guided rest. So we're going to twist this all out. So let's take the right leg long. And then inhale the heel toward the ceiling. Reach up and grab behind the right leg. Pull the right knee toward the face. Create a little space in the groin area. And then cross this right thigh tightly atop the left, letting the right foot fall outside the left calf. If you have the flexibility, you can actually hook that foot around the calf. Take your arms out 60 to 90 degrees to create a little space. And then inhale, get long through the crown. Feel your lower spine supported here as you let both knees drop over to the right. And then look over your left shoulder. Now, there's nowhere to get to. You're already here. So the weight of gravity, the weight of the legs and gravity is doing the work here. You don't have to try to get to anywhere. Just let that happen. If you want to think about something, think about keeping the knees moving away from the face. So you're creating that length across the front of the body and breathing into that lower left hip. Full inhale. And complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, come back to center. Bring that right leg to the heel to the ceiling. Reach up, grab, bring the knee to the face, and then release the right leg long. Release the left leg long to join it. Notice the difference in your hips. Then bring your heels to your hips, your knees toward the ceiling. And this time we'll take the left leg out and then up. Press the ceiling, reach up behind the left leg, bring the knee to the face, create space across the groin, and then cross the left thigh tightly atop the right. Arms out here. Press the thighs against each other. Inhale. Exhale, let both knees fall over to the left as you look over your right shoulder. Now the right shoulder is relaxed and down. And again, there's nowhere to go. You're already here. Nothing you need to do. You're already here. Nothing you need to be. You're already here. Breathe in to the back of that right hip, long across the front of the body. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Inhale back to center. Take the left leg high. Reach up and grab, squeeze, and then let it go long. Let the right leg go long to join it. And then bring both knees into the face, to the chest. Reach up and squeeze the knees. Bring the nose toward the knees. Bring the feet, your hands toward your feet, maybe the shins, maybe the feet. You're making a nice tight little ball here. Lift the shoulders, lift the head. Bring the knees in. Take a full inhale and squeeze. 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 And release. Let the legs go long. Let the toes fall open. Let the heels move as wide as is comfortable for you on your mat. Let the palms fall down by your hips, palms up. Lengthen through the crown. Pull down on your side ribs. Feel the whole spine supported here. And then let go. Release. You're done. Be done. Take a moment here, if you like, to provide yourself with any additional support that you may want in this last posture. Maybe you have an eye cloth. Maybe you have a blanket or a shawl. Anything that'll make you perhaps 1% more supported. Go ahead and avail yourself of that and then let go completely. You're done. Be done. Allow yourself to be done and just rest. Feel into the gift that you've given yourself here, this gift of rest, this moment of non-doing, just being, allowing yourself just this chance to find stillness and maybe even silence. If you find that your attention has wandered away, I invite you to bring gratitude to your noticing and then gently and compassionately return your focus to your breath. As you are ready, reconnect with your body by wiggling your fingers and your toes, maybe rotating your ankles and your wrists. Can you continue to reconnect and reawaken, adding any additional movement you may want here as you reacclimate yourself. And then with mindfulness and gentleness, kindly and patiently bring yourself back to your seated posture. Reestablish your supported seat. Re-lengthen and elongate the spine. Realign and reconnect with yourself. Float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space, and allow in your heart space to arise one more thing for which you are grateful. And as you witness yourself in gratitude in your space, I'll take this opportunity to extend my sense of gratitude to you from this space. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice. Molly will be back with you next week. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve you, and have a wonderful and amazing rest of your day. Much love.